digital coder. Today we are making a video game called Star Hunter. First create a new project, and once you've done that, rename the project to Star Hunter. In this game, you will be a scuba diver or a cat, and you will be chased by octopuses, and you need to collect all the stars to gain more points. Okay, so first you get to go to random position and change the random position part to mouse pointer. Then get a forever loop out of control and put it around the mouse pointer block. After that, you go to events and get a when flag click block and put it at the top. After that, if you play your project, the cat will follow the mouse. Now save your project, and then you can rename your sprite to cat. And now the white background is kind of boring, so let's change that to underwater. You can pick either underwater scene. I'm gonna go with underwater 1. You can delete backdrop 1, and now if you go to the cat sprite and then you go to sounds, you can see it already has a meow sound. You can delete that sound and then choose a sound. Now because I am doing an underwater theme, I'm gonna pick bubbles. But if you're doing a different theme, pick your own sound. Bubble sounds like this. Okay, so to use that, I'm gonna do another when flag clicked, and another forever loop, and then inside the forever loop, you're gonna put play sound bubbles until done. You don't pick start sound bubbles. Okay, and now if you play the game, your sound will be there. Okay, now you need enemies. So choose a sprite and then choose any sprite that you want. Because I did underwater themed, I'm gonna pick an octopus. Now to code the octopus, you need to go into events, get another when flag clicked, and another forever loop. Now inside the forever loop, you do a move 10 steps block, and then an if on edge bounce block. Now if you play it right now, you'll see that the octopus goes upside down. To fix this, we need a set rotation style left right. Click that block, then put it back in the blue block section. After that, the octopus will go normally. It won't go upside down. Now we need to detect if the octopus is touching the cat. So go to controls and then get an if then go to sensing and get a touching mouse pointer block, then change the mouse pointer part to cat. Then if it is touching cat, we want to stop the game, so go to control and get a stop all block. Now we put it right after the if on edge bounce part. Now to give the player a little bit of time at the start, put a wait and change the 1 to a 0.5. So they get half a second, so the player gets half a second to run before the octopuses start chasing. Now we need more enemies. But first the octopus is kind of big, so we can set the size to 35 to solve that problem. Now click the block, the octopus will be small. Now the octopus only goes in a straight line, so let's change that by doing a point in direction and changing the 90 to a 35. 135. Okay, now put it right after the when flag clicked. Next, we need more octopuses, so right click if you're on a computer, and if you're on a Mac, then control click and then click duplicate. Then once you've duplicated the octopus, duplicate it again. So you have 3 octopuses. Now to make the octopuses move in different directions, change octopus 2's to 0 and octopus 3's to 90. Now if you play, all the octopuses will move in different directions, but you'll see that they are very, very fast. So we need to fix that. So change the move 10 steps to 2 steps. Remember to do this on all of the octopuses. Okay, now for more variety, let's make one of the octopuses move in a random position every time. So you can pick octopus 2 or octopus 3. I'm gonna pick octopus 1, and you can also pick octopus 1. Then let's get a operators, pick random block and change the point in direction 135 to a pick random. Now make the first one in negative 179 and the second 180. Now this octopus 1 will move in a different direction every time. See, this is octopus 1, the one that stopped the cat. And now we need to make a star. So let's choose a sprite. Oh, you don't have to make it a star. We just need to make it any sprite you want. But because mine is underwater themed, I'm gonna pick the star. Now once you have picked your sprite, go to events, get a when flag clicked, then control and get a forever loop. Get a forever loop, then an if then. Now if the star is touching the cat, then we need it to go to a new position. So we make it go to X, pick random negative 200 to 200, and Y, pick random negative 150 to 150. Okay, now if we play the game and we collect the stars, it will go to a different spot. But we need sound effects, so we go to sounds, and you will see there's already a collect sound. You can choose that sound if you want, but I'm gonna pick a different sound that is called fairy dust. Now if you go to code, right before the go to XY block, we start the sound fairy dust. So if I go collect the star, it makes the fairy dust sound. Okay, and now we need to add a point system. So we go to variables. You can delete the my variables if you want by clicking the my variables. Then delete my variable. Then make a variable for all sprites that is called score. And now we make sure score has a check mark. And now we set the score to 0 when the flag is clicked. Make sure it's not in the forever loop. Then we change score by 1 right before we start the sound fairy dust. Okay, now if we play the game, then we collect a star, our score goes up. Try to get a score of 20. Okay, try to get a score of 20 or even more. Now we need to make our enemies better. So delete Octopus 2's script, most of it, and just delete this if on edge bounce. Delete that, and now we change it to a point towards mouse pointer and change that to point towards cat. So Octopus 2 will always chase the cat. You can also do this with any other octopus. But now as we need to make it so that as the game is longer, as the player collects more stars, we need to make the octopuses get faster. So to do that, you can go into any octopus, but I'm gonna pick octopus. I'm gonna do it with all of the octopuses. So take a divide block and put it in the move steps block, and then I'm just gonna do it with octopus 1. So you take the divide and we put it in the move 2 steps. Then we get score and divide it by 3. So as the game gets longer, the octopus moves faster because as the player gathers more stars, the octopuses get faster. Okay, now if we play the game, as we collect more coins, octopus 1, which one is it? Oh yes, this octopus will get faster. I'm gonna just move the script to octopus 3. Okay, now let's make octopus 3 move in a upside down triangle. To do this, we delete most of its normal script. We delete most of its normal scripts and replace them with this. You get the when flag clicked, you get a forever loop, and then you do the glide block, which is right here. We get a glide 1 second to the x and y. We change the x to 0 and y to negative 150. Then we get another block, another glide block. Change the x to 200, the y to 100. And then we glide another second to negative 200 and 100. Then we change all of these to 3 seconds. And now the octopus will move in a triangle. Now we need to go and get this part back. So now we do this, but we don't need these two blue blocks. And now if you play, if octopus 2 touches the cat, it will stop the game, and it will stop the game for all of them. Okay, so you have made the game. What happened to this octopus? Oh, octopus 2. Why isn't it moving? Oh, I think it's because the score is 0, so octopus 1 cannot move. So at the beginning, we need to set the score to 1. So octopus 2 can move. Now you have made the game Star Hunter. Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to see all of my other videos. I'll be posting soon. Goodbye.